Hello, seniors. This is a video that is going to talk about your summative assessment for Unit 2. So in Unit 1, we created an infographic, and in Unit 2, we are going to be developing an essay, and in Unit 3, we are going to be creating a presentation. And so those are our three summative assessments that we are going to have for those quarters and for those units. Unit 4 is a capstone project where you will create an infographic of sorts. You will use your research skills that you've used in your essay to create a presentation. And so we're building on all of these things to get to your capstone project. So what I wanted to do is show you and talk to you about your summative assessment, because I want to be able to save you some time when it comes to creating maybe your capstone. And I want you to kind of know where we're heading so that you can develop the projects in the best way possible to save yourself some time. So you can see that the Unit 2 summative, I've rearranged some things a little bit for this quarter to try to do it a little differently. So I'm going to keep all of the summative assessment items in this folder so you can access them at all times and you're not hindered by anything else to be able to get to your summative assessments, because I want you to see this now and be aware of it. When you go into this folder, I'll place this video at the top, and you can see that here is the media resources chart, which is essentially the same chart that you created last time. Your note-taking process is going to happen here. We could use Noodle tools, and so at some point I may switch to do that, but I think this is going to be the best for us at this point, rather than clicking 100 times to get into Noodle tools. But Noodle tools is a great resource, and so we might consider that if I think it is going to be easier for you when we get to that point. But for this point, what I want you to do is just keep your source list here, and just, you're going to list your sources here, and then you can put your citation here, and then the citation would go here. So it would be something like the author's last name, so that you can know where you got your information, and that's where you'll put it here. You're going to need to have 3 to 5 sources from each of these sources that we go through. So it's going to be a variety for the entire time. I don't have a set number yet for this particular assignment, but I want you to be kind of keeping track of information as we go through. So that is what this chart is for. Just like we did last time, you're going to take notes as we went through each of the sources that I assigned throughout the unit. Then you can see here, I clicked one folder, 2 back. You have your summative assessment. I will add more detail as we go through this unit as I find that we need more detail. So keep asking questions and I'll be sure this document gets updated. But essentially, you're going to choose a topic that has been reported on in the news. Then you are going to conduct an essay that talks about the various sides of the topic and includes any mis or disinformation that has been widespread. It's very important that you never share your opinion on this topic, especially right now. I'm filming this on Sunday, the 8th of November, and yesterday the winner of the presidential election was announced, and Joe Biden made his speech, and the president had made some comments based off of that. That is a topic very worth this project. But many of us have strong opinions one way or another about that. This is not about finding an opinion or sharing an opinion about those. This is about finding out what the information is, what the facts are, without having an opinion and without being emotional about a topic. So if you cannot do that, then maybe pick a different topic, because the focus of this is to really learn how to research and find information and disinformation. We will at some point probably have to talk about that situation, but I want to get through some of this initial stuff first. So there are going to be 3 parts to your paper like usual. You've got an introduction. You're going to name your topic, give the context of the topic, and who the key individuals are. You're going to have a body paragraph. You're going to establish one side of the topic, tell me who the key individuals are, what they stand to gain or lose, and what their bias is. Do that for the other side. And then you're going to discuss the misinformation or disinformation related to the topic. So who is sharing the misinformation or the disinformation? So these are the two sides. So for example, if you have somebody who, maybe your topic is about vaccines, and you have people who are for vaccines and people who are against vaccines. This would be the pro-vaccinations. This would be the anti-vaccinations. And this would be the information that comes out that's faulty information or not accurate. There's 100 ways to set up this essay. This is one that I came with. It's potential that there's misinformation and disinformation on both sides of a topic. But when you think about bias, you're going to talk about what they stand to gain or lose. And then this, you may talk about both sides, and both sides may have falsehoods. And will you be able to talk about every detail of a topic? No. So you're going to want to really be specific about which bit of maybe disinformation or misinformation you have, because you cannot talk about all of it. Your conclusion is going to really talk about your steps you took to find out about your topic, your sources that you used and why you selected those sources, and then what key research lessons did you gain from this activity. This is not a conclusion that has an opinion at all about your topic. So you're just kind of summing up how you researched to find out the information and disinformation about this topic. And so that is what your essay is going to be comprised of. I will give more specifics as far as size of paper, the amount of details, the amount of sources, and all of that as we get closer. But this you need to know so that as you're going through this unit, I would try to focus your article of the week on a topic that you can use. So that way you can be gaining research as you go through the unit. So if I were you, I would highly recommend that your article of the week be focused around a topic that you would want to write about for this essay. And then as we go through the essay, your research will be compiled as you're starting this unit. And you could maybe take a week or two to find a topic and to do a couple different things. But the sooner you hone in on that topic, the less you'll have to do when we get to this essay, when you're trying to find the sides and the issues. So that is your summative for this particular unit. Like I said, I will be more specific about the size of the paper, the number of sources, the number of citations you need to have, and all that kind of stuff when we get closer. But you need to understand contextually what you're looking to do when you're done. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, and I hope you all are doing well.